Hello and welcome to Sunday Plus. My name's Jo and this is...
You're right, my name's Dave.
Dave the dog. Glad you could join us. Yeah, are you all right?
Oh, I'm not too bad.
Oh, what's wrong?
I couldn't stop when I was in the taxi.
Couldn't stop? What do you want to stop for?
For a tree.
For a tree.
It was a long journey.
Oh, thank
And what's
you.
this thing in front of my face?
Oh, that's the microphone. Do you remember from last time? So we can hear your voice. Yeah?
I remember the sound man stuck it to my face.
Oh, he stuck it to your face. Oh, well, it's not there now. It's just in front of you. That's better,
It's
isn't
a bit
it?
better.
That's better. Well, shall we get on with Sunday Plus? Because we're going to watch a video with Andy B.
Oh,
Yeah?
awesome.
All about Proverbs. Let's
Rock
watch.
on. So welcome to Sunday Plus, and this is our very, very first one, and I'm super excited. I hope you are too, because we're going to take the book of Proverbs in the Bible, and we're going to work through the book of Proverbs because it's an amazing book full of all sorts of things. Now, who wrote the book of Proverbs? Well, it was a man called King Solomon. Now, King Solomon was a super intelligent guy. He was the wisest man ever to live on the earth. And he wrote 3 books in the Bible. He wrote the book of Proverbs, he wrote the book of Ecclesiastes, and he wrote the book of Song of Songs. Now, the book of Proverbs we're going to look at, it's all sorts of wisdom. The book of Ecclesiastes, it's got all sorts of stuff in there, probably best known because there's a time for everything, which is one of the parts of Ecclesiastes. And the book of Song of Songs, which is all about marriage. It's about how to be married, how to think about getting married, and how to be married. Now, Proverbs, why is Solomon such an amazing guy? Well, here's the one story of King Solomon, which amazes me. Sounds a bit icky, but it's all good. So, King Solomon is the king. 2 women come to him and say, this same child, this is my baby. And the other woman says, no, this is my baby. And King Solomon's got to decide, well, which one of these 2 women who both say this child is their baby, which one of these 2 women is the mum? And King Solomon thinks about this and says, okay, I'll tell you what, you say that this is your baby. Yes. And to the other mum, you say that this is your baby. Yes. I'll tell you what, get me one of my guards with a nice sharp sword. We're going to chop that baby in 2. You can both have half the baby each. One of the mother goes, yes, fantastic. Give me my half a child. The other mother says, let her have the child. King Solomon knew that that was the mother. It sounds a bit icky and gruesome, but King Solomon was a man of wisdom. He knew how to solve problems because he knew about wisdom. Now, in our everyday life, we've all got stuff that we learn. We learn how to tie a pair of shoes, or we learn how to drink from a cup. You may not remember that one. You were probably quite small, but we learn how to do stuff, and we get in our minds all these bits of knowledge, this information, and it all goes into our head. So we know loads and loads of stuff. But this is where the book of Proverbs comes in, because while it's good to have lots of knowledge, it's better to have wisdom. Knowledge is knowing how to drink out of a cup. Wisdom is knowing when to drink out of a cup. For example, now, what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 chapter for every Sunday Plus, and we're going to pick 1, 2, possibly 3 verses to look at. And here's the verse we're looking at today. This verse, really, it kind of sums up the whole of the book of Proverbs and why we need to understand what the book of Proverbs is. Whether you're 2 years old, 10 years old, 30 years old, 80 years old, even 125 years old, the book of Proverbs is exactly written just for you. So let me start with verse 4 of the first book of Proverbs, first chapter. Now, I'm using the New Living Translation, which is really good if English isn't your first language. It's also a slightly simpler way of understanding how the Bible is written, but it's a really good translation. That's the one we're going to be using for this series. So, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 4 says this: these proverbs will give insight to the simple, knowledge and discernment to the young. What does that mean? Well, it means whoever you are, or however young you might be, whether you think people are putting you down because you're just very little, or whatever, the book of Proverbs was written just for you and just for me. But it also says that it's really important to know what the Proverbs are. King Solomon wrote down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Proverbs. Every one is a beautiful little gem. It's a little diamond or a sapphire or an emerald of knowledge. It helps us to know the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Let me go to verse 7. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Now, discipline isn't a very popular word. Discipline probably, if you like me, means I'm getting told off. But discipline isn't about being told off. Discipline is about being made to do something the right way. I had a friend one day who used to do weightlifting in a gym. And he was quite good at various things, but he wasn't very good at weightlifting because he wasn't getting it right. So one of the guys who worked in the gym came along and said, do you know what? You're not getting this right. Can I just show you what to do? And he disciplined my friend. Now, he didn't shout at him. He didn't tell him off. But he disciplined him. He showed him the right way to go. And that is what the book of Proverbs does for everybody, for me and for you. It helps us to know the right way of living our lives. When we become a Christian, when we decide to follow Jesus, when we make him our special friend, what happens is we need to know how best to be his friend. We need to know how best do we walk this life for Jesus Christ. Well, the book of Proverbs is all about that. It shows us what to do. It shows us how to do it. And it shows us how we can be better Christians. Now, why is the fear of the Lord important? Well, it's not good to be afraid of God. We should never be afraid of God if we're Christians. If we're a Christian, he loves us. We're his children. And you'd never be afraid of your dad, and you shouldn't be afraid of God. And if you are ever afraid of your dad, you definitely shouldn't be afraid of God because he's amazing. But the fear of the Lord means this. When we have a fear of God, when we remember who is God, who God is, what is he, what has he done? He made the heavens and the earth. He deliberately made you and he deliberately made me. He is the Lord of lords and the King of kings. He sits in heaven at the highest place. He is God. When we remember who he is, we have a fear of the Lord, which means we understand who he is to us. So I hope you're going to come back for more as we think about more and more about these Proverbs. Next time will be chapter 2. This week is chapter 1. I get very excited about the Bible because it's an amazing book. I hope you're going to get excited too. But go off and read the rest of chapter 1 of Proverbs and see more of what God has got in store for you.
Wow, that was awesome. Andy there telling us all about Proverbs, getting very excited about Proverbs. So I am too. That was good, wasn't it?
I liked his waistcoat.
He looked very smart, didn't he?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, so let's talk about what Andy said then. So he talked about King Solomon, didn't he?
And a happy man with a sword.
Yes, that
Didn't like that bit. I was a bit scared.
Didn't? Oh, were you frightened?
I was a bit scared about what he was going to do.
Well, the thing is, King Solomon had amazing wisdom, didn't he? And God gave him that wisdom. So he had no intention of hurting the children, the babies.
Him was a clever chap, wasn't he?
He was. He tested them. He was testing the mothers, wasn't he? To see who was the right mother. And the one who cared the most wanted the baby to be safe. I like that. It's lovely,
that's good wisdom, that. I had a mate who was called Solomon.
Did you?
He didn't have much wisdom, though.
What? No. Oh, dear. Not like King Solomon then, no. Not at all.
Not really.
And so, yeah, so what else did Andy say? He said about knowledge and wisdom. Do you understand the difference, Dave?
Not really.
You went all quiet on me. So knowledge, he was saying, wasn't it? It was like we learn how to drink, don't we? You drink from a cup.
I don't have a cup because I ain't got fingers.
No, you don't.
We're back there again, are you?
Oh, sorry.
You doggist you am.
How do you drink? You got a bowl, haven't you? You got a bowl.
Got a bowl, or
bowl. Well, okay. What have you learnt then? What have you learnt to do? What about fetching your stick? Right, your stick.
My stick. Oh, my stick. Where's my stick? That's rude, that.
Somebody taught you how to fetch a stick, didn't they?
Stick. Where's my stick? Where's it? Seriously?
But is there a time when you ought not to get a stick? Like,
where's my stick?
Because did you sometimes find that sticks are too big and you can't hold them?
There's no such thing as too big a stick unless it's still in the ground.
Exactly.
Can't pull a tree.
Yeah, can't pull a tree.
Well,
Can't-
you can try.
if it's still attached.
That's what Solomon did, my mate.
Did he try to pull a tree?
He tried to pull a tree.
That's not very wise, is it? That's
No,
not
it was a
very
bit
wise.
silly.
So Proverbs helps us in life, doesn't it? And it'll help your friend Solomon. Maybe he should read Proverbs, do you think?
I don't think he can read neither.
Oh, right. Oh, well, you could read Proverbs to him. Would that help him?
Oh, probably.
Probably.
Does it come with the Bluetooth? Because I ain't got fingers.
Oh, no, that's true. You know, you can listen to the Bible, can't you, on your phone?
Oh, that's what I do.
That's what you do.
Voice
That's what you
control.
do. Brilliant.
Never worked, but I keep trying.
So what else did Andy said? Andy also said fear of the Lord, didn't he? Was the beginning of all wisdom.
Oh, good that.
Awesome.
Not to be afraid of God. I heard that too.
Yeah, not to be afraid. What are you?
God's your friend.
What are you afraid of, Dave? You're not scared of anything, are you?
Solomon and a stick. He worries me, that chap.
It does it? Oh, well, yeah, the sword. That wasn't very nice, was it? No.
Between him and Bob and Bert, it's a bit scary sometimes.
Who's Bob and Bert?
They're me mates.
They're not very wise friends, are they? Are you wise, Dave?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're very... What makes you wise?
Me orange hair.
Oh, wow, yeah. You think
I'm like Samson. No one cuts me hair.
Brilliant. So, yeah, Andy is helping us with Proverbs. So I think we should go and read it, don't you?
Oh.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh.